Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm symptomistic like optimistic, but make it Sims. And we are here with another episode, Growing Together, Episode 7, Chosen Family. We are starting off with this sweet moment of Elizabeth reading to baby Alex to sleep, or toddler Alex, I should say. That's like the life stage we're at now, getting so big. And I've really been enjoying this Let's Play. Normally, I tend to like switch back and forth between Let's Plays, and I guess I technically have because I am prepping for Horse Ranch to come and I have a whole LP with that in mind. But for some reason, like Elizabeth and Jessica's separation has like evolved this game into a different just a different category, and I've been enjoying being able to like switch back and forth between these two households. So I don't know. I don't know if when they are coming back together. So I would like your thoughts on that. Is this still a growing together LP if like the family structure that we started with isn't quite the same family structure anymore? Like if they continue to be separate or they come back, like at what point does this just become a current household, or has the LP evolved? Or do you not even care? Just post the video. You don't care what the title is. You don't care what the type of video it is. You don't care about none of that. And I don't know why our girl is barefoot here. I don't know why. Oh, because she sees Jessica. Speaking of Jessica. And yeah, I'm going to change so she's not barefoot and the game is not blasting in my ear. So I'm going to change her outfit to be more appropriate for being outside right now. So I guess it's summer. Or it's not summer, actually, it's winter, but it's kind of warm. And I think she's going to have a quick chat with Jessica. Things have been really awkward between them. They've kind of like spoken a little on social media, but they haven't spoken on the phone. And I was just changing those outfits because I was kind of sick of them. And Elizabeth is kind of going to give Jessica a gift because actually I think Jessica's birthday is coming up soon. And so it's weird, like they're kind of going through the motions. And yeah, Jessica doesn't really have much to say to Elizabeth. She's kind of still hurt. I think Elizabeth can quote unquote forgive a little more quickly because I don't know, I feel like less was done to her. Like she just didn't enjoy like living with Jessica, which is totally different than how Jessica feels kind of like dismissed essentially. Like once Elizabeth didn't need Jessica anymore. Look at her in grown folk business. Just kidding. Yeah, I think Jessica felt a little dismissed. And that's hard. Like that's hard to recover from. And yeah, I think she thought Elizabeth was more of a giving person than she was. And they've been having these little meetups. I wanted to show one of them, but they aren't going very well. They're not going bad. They're not arguing, but they're just not moving the needle at all. So that's that. It's the next day, and Elizabeth and Alex are out and about. Elizabeth has been trying to go out more now that Alex is a little older. She knows that it's good for him. And we met this sweet lady. I know y'all all know who this is, but Elizabeth doesn't. And she actually feels like Elizabeth feels like she would be more comfortable having this woman watch her kids as opposed to like the nannies that have been coming over with the agency. So maybe we'll see her a little more. Maybe we won't because it won't be that interesting. But this woman will help raise Alex when Elizabeth has to go to work. And yeah, we're in the community center. Elizabeth is just kind of letting loose while Alex is in the play area. And she's kind of enjoying it. She's like, thinking about how Jessica used to come here all the time. And she can see why. But she also kind of feels like resentful that Jessica got to come here all the time. Now, pause on that. I just have the screen grab in because these two met, and I forgot this guy's name. I'm not going to lie because it's been some time. But these two met, and he really likes Elizabeth. Like, he, wants to take her out, wants to get to know her. Elizabeth is being friendly. I don't think she's thinking of it in like let's be in a relationship type of way at this moment. But Elizabeth made a new friend, and I think all of that is really good for her. Just getting out and exploring is good for her. And what a lovely way to start off the new year. Not super exciting, like not the most exciting and glamorous, but I think it's good for Elizabeth to start the new year on a new foot, and maybe she'll gain some. Greg, that's his name. His name is Greg. And maybe she'll gain some perspective. She also met Kareem, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. Or maybe not. Kareem's not that interesting. But yeah, I think her getting out there, she'll get a little more perspective on friendships and life and maybe all the quote unquote fun that she felt like Jessica was having without her. And this is just sweet baby Alex sleeping because he's too young to stay up. One of the things you might have noticed was Elizabeth's New Year's resolution. So her New Year's resolution was to become a lawyer, get a quote unquote, get a promotion. And so she took the bar exam and she's now officially a lawyer, which she's really excited about. It was a personal goal for her that she's had for a long time. And even though she has like a ton of money and this is not like a monetary thing, I think she feels like it's really important for Alex to have like a quote unquote successful mom. And yeah, so this was like a big milestone for her, especially being a single parent, which was not her plan. It's nice to just know that she has this, like, even if all the money goes away, she kind of has like a good career. And I had her complete the fabulously wealthy aspiration just because they get the interest on their money. And I felt like Elizabeth would be smart enough to like pick a good bank and investments and to get the interest on her money. I had to bring in my old school transition graphics. You're an OG Sim fan if you remember those graphics. But I felt like we were switching storylines or switching households and we needed something. I don't know how often I'll have time to do those, but we needed something. So yes, this is the home that you saw about in episode 6. And I have finally done it up. This home is by Simlissi. I'm pretty sure this whole save file is by Simlissi. And I had to redo it because for some reason I was having like some weird glitch when I moved in. It wouldn't, even though she had the money, it wouldn't let me do like edit the furniture or anything like that. She had to move into it empty, which is kind of nice because I got to like design everything myself as opposed to like deleting some things, and it's like kind of a hodgepodge of me and another sim creator. So this is like pretty much, yeah, this is all my decorating. So this, I feel like, really reflects Jessica's style. It's like slightly eccentric. She's not afraid of bright colors, but things kind of all go together. I mean, she is a decorator, so I felt like I had to do something interesting and not just like beige, like just plain old homes. No shade if that's what you like. I just felt like that did not fit this sim. And the bathroom is pretty simple because sometimes, you know, you're tired, you don't want to walk into a bathroom and be overwhelmed. I really like the shelving over here. And the office is kind of simple. I'm still figuring it out. I think she's gonna put pictures on the wall. And so I didn't really put stuff on that wall space. She has her like mood board stuff back there because she had that at the other place and it fits her lifestyle. I realized that like her bedroom doesn't have a door, and at this particular moment it doesn't need one because when are people at her house that like, and she's like in the bedroom sleeping or something like that. Maybe I'll change that at some point, but I don't think it needs that. And then yes, this is like her vanity area, her dresser. Yeah, more of dresser area with just like little clutter on top. I put those, I think those are like home high school decorator stuff. I gave her a little laundry room, which I thought was really cute. I would like to imagine that she got this, I don't know, this like canvas thing that she put up from her travels. I just thought that like fit her, seemed fun and different. Like I wanted her to have like unique pieces like the rug is something that's not going to be in every Sims house. Both rugs, actually. I think the bed is also from high school years. And then she has this garage where she keeps things because she doesn't actually park in the garage. She parks in the little area because it has an overhead. So she just parks there, even though it's still kind of in the elements. She has a hot tub, and yeah, like she can just pull out her grill and her bar when she has company or when she's in the mood for that. And yeah, this is the neighborhood she lives in. I definitely feel like Simlessy adjusted this. I don't feel like this is how Del Sol Valley looks normally, but correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like a little tool mod stuff. And then there's like this hotel right across the street, which I thought was really cute because she can just go to their pool, like pay a little fee and go to their pool, even though she's not at the hotel. And yeah, I thought that was just like, I think this is like a great setup for her. This like cozy couch, very cozy, or it's a love seat, not even a full couch, but it fits like right into this nook, and I really like that. And I think I updated some of her traits. She did fall in love with Cameron Tyler, which no one was impressed with him in the last video. Like, I showed him and nobody like cared. They only cared about Garrison Cooper. So who knows what's gonna happen with her and Cameron Tyler. Like, Cameron Tyler was like some love at first sight type stuff. So, oh, and this little back door, which I thought was really cute. Everything in this place is cute. I love it. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with her and Cameron Tyler or Garrison Cooper. Not gonna force anything. But listen, it was love at first sight with Cameron Tyler. So yeah, here we are. Jessica is in a great mood. She's been struggling throughout this process, but she's feeling good now that her home is all set up, and she's like enjoying like the solidarity and being in sunny Del Sol Valley. I mean, San Sequoia has pretty nice weather too, but this feels like where you want to be. She also thinks this will help her business. So yeah, she has a lot of plans. Another thing I wanted to say is that I am thinking about changing up the timing on my videos. Like, I know I normally, for some friends who are not new here, and if you are new here, you should, oh, wait, time out, pause. Yeah, we had to delete Montreal and Moms, because if you are new here, and if you are, you should watch the old videos. That'll be linked in the description. But this was kind of a club that Jessica had in mind for the mothers. If you don't know, Jessica's last name is Montreal. Montreal. I never say it right. But that's her last name. And so she wanted to do something for the moms, but I think having that issue with Elizabeth kind of made her feel like she isn't a mom, and she just kind of got rid of the club, and it was sad. But I think Jessica's finding it in place to do that. So, as I was saying, I'm thinking about no longer having, I don't want to say no longer having Symptomistic Mondays because that sounds like super dramatic, but I just want to put out videos like kind of when they're ready and not necessarily like just hold them for Mondays. So this video may go up earlier, this video may change, and yeah, so I'm kind of just thinking about doing that. So I hope, let me know in the comments if you are like, I really schedule myself around Symptomistic Mondays, then I will do my best. But it feels like, you know, people don't always do that on YouTube, and you kind of just like, I'll catch it when I catch it. So I'm thinking about posting when I post. Also, some bad news, y'all. I lost some footage. So I'm going to have to summarize what is going on very quickly. But I lost a lot of footage. And, you know, how do we get to Jessica being burnt out, her electricity getting cut off? So, do you remember Cameron Tyler that she was in love with? They had an amazing date. They just really bonded, and, you know, she was like swept off her feet, yada, yada, yada. And he passed on. So, I just hate that I lost all that footage, but we're gonna persevere. So yeah, she was just really down and felt like, you know, like, why can't she catch a break with things? And in that, she kind of slowed down working, and then her lights got cut off, so then she had to grind to kind of, make up for that, get her lights back on. She was selling stuff on the side, like she was going through it, and I'm sorry that I don't have all that footage. I'm like so sad about it. But yeah, so at this point she's burnt out now. She's trying to like get the balance back on foot. So some time has passed. Some time has definitely passed, and she is healing a little bit, and she's kind of getting back to her focus and back to enjoying Del Sol Valley and going to some new places. She's still friends with Garrison, as you can see on Social Bunny. Yeah, she's still friends with Garrison, but Garrison has two daughters, so even though they had like a connection, he's kind of focused on other things, and they just kind of been like cool with each other. It hasn't really, like, I think they flirted, but they kind of been chilling on that. So, and at the same time that she met Cameron, she met this guy named Brent the next day, who was also very cute. And I feel like Jessica always meets a cute bartender, like always. If she's there, the bartender's cute. And yeah, they had a little vibe too, but she fell in love with Cameron Tyler, who is no longer with us in the sim world. So I hope that was a good recap. Let me know if anything was confusing. Let me know in the comments. Another night here in Del Sol Valley, and Jessica is awakened by an earthquake. I don't know if I told you all that she lives in a quake zone. And sometimes she's awakened by earthquakes, which is kind of wild and something new for her because she's from San Myshuno. So, well, I think San Myshuno has quake zones too. I think so. But she's not from that part of San Myshuno, so this is all new to her. So she's gonna read her little book the next day, and Jessica had to sleep in a little bit because she ended up staying up in the middle of the night to read because she was a little shook, literally and figuratively, by the earthquake. And this is a very heavy Jessica episode. I would say it would be even more heavy if I had not lost the Jessica footage, but I also think I lost some Elizabeth footage, which is wild. I do not know where this footage is. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to catch you up on the Elizabeth side a little bit too at some point. But yeah, I just think Jessica didn't get her fair shot. A lot of bad things happened to her. And so I'm trying to give her her just due in this episode, even though the NAP is not. Even though Jessica is broke and the NAP wants to take more money from her, she is still on the grind. And so that means she has to travel. And she's traveled out here to see her good client, Mortimer Goth. And so I don't always show her client work if you're new here. I just feel like, it's just basically build footage, and you can see that on a different channel. And yeah, so she's here to visit her friend Mortimer Goth. She tries to keep a good relationship with him because he's recommended a lot of people to her. And she is just looking around his house to take more pictures because she didn't get to take a picture of all the work she's done. And it is really a fabulous house, and this is really like inspiring to her that, like, maybe she can one day like have this kind of legacy, like this kind of, I don't know if I want to say this kind of family, but just like this much, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Jessica just came out here to like, basically do some networking, continue her connection, and get some photos. She's been posting a lot on Social Bunny, on Simstagram, all that stuff. Just to kind of get her name out there a little more. She knows that like not a lot of people know what interior design is, and know that they need it. So she's just trying to get her name out there, as well as she's made another celebrity friend that was part of some of the footage I lost, and that person has been helping her a lot. I do have some footage of that, so you'll see that. But yeah, Jessica's just really been networking. And this is the photo wall that I mentioned to you earlier. I wouldn't even fully call it a photo wall. It's a mix of a photo wall, but it's also just where Jessica puts a lot of her pictures to kind of decide what she's going to put up on Instagram, what she's going to like send to a magazine, sell to a publication. And so, yeah, it's really her workstation. She uses a lot of these walls a lot, which makes me really glad that I didn't put a lot of stuff on there so that she has the space to do this, because even in this space, I'm like, dag, I wish she had more space. So, yeah, she's just going through a bunch of her photos. She has so many, a lot are old. And this is not something I'm always going to show, but I just wanted to show that this is like part of Jessica's everyday life. Like, she kind of alternates between working in interior design and kind of focusing on like the marketing of her business. I'm trying to get better at showing you where I get the builds, or like the name of the builds, so that you can find them on the gallery. So this build is called Exquisite, which is adorable, and it's a really cute build. It was made for a smaller lot than this, so this whole side, this outdoor area, I built that. Look at me trying to be a builder. And yeah, because I had some extra space and I really wanted the restaurant to be here in this like kind of downtown area. And so remember Brent, the other cute bartender? You will meet him here. But he wants to take our girl Jessica on a date. And I think she's finally ready to kind of like get back out there and have some fun a little more. And you know, Jessica has gone through so much that she's kind of like reserved, and he's also into like really nice food. So she felt like this could be like a fun, casual thing, a way for them to like kick it and yeah, get to know each other a little better, because he was the bartender at this place that she's gone a couple of times, just like this local spot, which I'm gonna try to show again since I lost the footage up. I guess he already got too handsy, so a mess. The date is starting off awkward a little bit. It's a little bit of a awkward start. Jessica's still a little like, don't push it. I just came to see, you know, if we can get along. I'm just trying to let me ease my way into this. So the date's starting off a little rough already, but I hope it gets better. And yeah, I will try to show you that other venue as well, because it's a really cute venue. Also, it's dark, so just waiting on the lights to come on, because this is kind of a late night date. I think because Jessica is an entrepreneur and Brent is a mixologist, like they are cool going out later than the average sim. And this place is open 24 hours. It's like a fancy diner vibe. Like they're not at the Waffle House, but they're, or the IHOP, or it's like a little more than that. They might have like something a little more special than that. And let me just tell you a little bit more about Brent, because you might want to know him more than him being cute. He is a mixologist, but he is an aspiring singer. And so, you know, he does love being a bartender, and like I think he's kind of in between paths at this point. Like he likes singing, he likes bartending, and I think he's kind of at a place where he could easily get very comfortable doing both, or he could like be amazing at one or the other. He's not fully sure which direction he wants to go to, because he's just enjoying this Delso Valley life. Like, you know, everything's comfortable for him. But for now, we'll see where this date goes. But I have hopes for this date. We are seated at the table. It's a nice little corner. I love to put my Sims on like a little corner date where they could have like some like privacy, and they're gonna have some coffee because it's late. Or sorry, some green tea. They're gonna have some green tea because it's a little late. And I just wanted to show you this menu. I tweaked it a little bit because again, I wanted it to be kind of like an upscale all night diner. And yeah, they're gonna get some food, chill out, get to know each other a little better. They've had like a couple of jokes while they've been waiting in line, so it seems like things are going well. We are gonna start off with some food on the lighter side and see if that, you know, if it goes well, they'll order some more food. And is that something broken, or is that just the kitchen steam? I'm gonna go figure that out. That wasn't nothing. That was just smoke from the chef area. But the date seems to be going well. I think they're still waiting on their food because I think it got dropped somewhere. But it seems like Jessica is actually really impressed with Brent, and she feels kind of guilty by like not even letting him hug her. because they knew each other. Like, they spoke a few times and they hung out while he was at work, so she feels bad about being like a little standoffish in the beginning. And they're having deep conversations, and Jessica is enjoying that, and Brent's kind of talking about how he's been on his own. Like, he's made friends while he's out here, but he's kind of like, he doesn't have family out here. He's just kind of been just been him, just grinding and trying to follow his dreams. That's why he came out here. And Jessica admires that, because that's not why she came out here. She kind of was just kind of scrambling after, like, things didn't work out with Elizabeth. I think Jessica can sometimes be more of a go with the flow type person. And yeah, there was some things to figure out. But I'm going to let Jessica go to the restroom, because I think that's what she has to do. And we'll keep catching up with them on their date. It is almost 4:30 in the morning, and they are finally getting up from the table. They ordered a bunch of food, had a great time, but they aren't ready for the date to be over. And since the sun is almost coming out, they're like, well, let's just head outside and kind of check out this area. I think they're both kind of procrastinating ending the date a little early, or ending the date at a reasonable time. It's not early. But yeah, I think they're both kind of like, they don't want to end the date, but I think Jessica doesn't want to take it to the next level, and Brent doesn't want to seem too pushy after what happened earlier. So they're going to come out here and play some beer pong, and they have this open space all to themselves, because again, it's like 5 in the morning. So of course, normally this place would be like jumping, people would be playing chess, and kids would be swinging, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday morning at that. So people, if anything, are getting up to go to work, even though it's Del Sol Valley, so people have all kinds of schedules. But yeah, they're just gonna have a good time and hang out here a little bit and continue the date. I think Brent is feeling confident. He's feeling amazing. He's so proud of his restaurant selection. He's like happy to put Jessica on to this restaurant and to like more things in Del Sol Valley, because yeah, I'm gonna get this screenshot. She looks really cute. Yeah, she looks so cute here. And I'm loving her Del Sol Valley braids. They look amazing. And yes, I think Brent is excited to like be around somebody who's impressed with the same kind of things that he's impressed with, and is interested in what he's doing. I think he's felt a little bit like a struggling artist a lot of the time. And so sometimes when you're in Del Sol Valley and you're like not a celebrity and you're just trying to like get by, sometimes Sims can kind of treat you like you ain't nothing. And so I think he really admires Jessica and is happy that she kind of is like impressed with him and what he does. And yeah, I think Jessica's just like, it's nice to be around somebody cool and somebody who, I love that his name is Brent, period. Oh, by the way, like, I got him from the gallery. I'm gonna have to give him a last name, because yeah, there's a couple of creators that like just give their Sims one name. I'm gonna need to give him a last name if he's really gonna be in my game like this. But gorgeous Sim nonetheless. And oh, it's Summerfest. I didn't mention that. It just became Summerfest because it's technically the next day. And I guess these workers are going out to throw out the trash, or oh, they heard the music and they're like, oh, we turning up. We should turn up at the end of our shift. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yes, it's Summerfest in my game, which is like the summer holiday, like kind of like Harvest Fest, Summerfest. So yeah, people actually may not be going to work. Let me know if you want to see my Sims do like a Summerfest day. I sometimes skip my holidays if they get too repetitive. But the next time one comes around, I don't know if we're doing anything this Summerfest, maybe not. But yeah, let me know if you want to see how I play some of my holidays in my game, because I always love watching people do those kinds of videos. But it is time for a kiss, even though at the beginning of this date, Brent couldn't even get a hug. So look how far he has come with that big old watch on his hand. And I'm glad they had their romantic moment, because as soon as the sun came up, everybody was like outside. I guess because it's Summerfest, everybody was outside. So they ended up dancing with everybody. All the generations came outside just to have a little fun. and start off Summerfest, right? And, they dance with them, but they decide to get a little more privacy and come over here by the swings and, just have like a childlike fun moment. And I'm trying to get pictures. That's a fail. But I am really glad this date went amazing. I don't know what will become of these two, but Jessica's definitely tired. I guess Brent is used to working overnight, so he's not tired. But please let me know what you think of this pair. Do you ship them? Do you feel like this is just like a little rebound after the Cameron situation? Let me know what you think about this pair. But this date was amazing. I'm going to wrap it up, but the video's not quite over yet, even though it's getting a little long, but I still have a couple more things to show you. So after Jessica went home, she actually just took a little nap and then came outside to her hot tub because she wanted to enjoy Summerfest too. She saw all these people enjoying Summerfest, so she went to enjoy Summerfest. And this is the first time she's actually used her hot tub. So what a perfect day to use it. And it's not even that warm outside, so it's a perfect time to use her hot tub because it could feel like summer even though it's a little on the chilly side. And Jessica is just still happy from her date and just enjoying the time. But she got to get back to the grind. She got to get back to work. And things are looking up. Del Sol Valley started off really, really rough. But things are looking up. So we're going to find our girl Jessica a gig. I'm always looking for the highest paying gigs for her. Sometimes she does like the referrals, even if that's not the highest. But like since her lights and her water got cut off at some point, she's not playing about her money. I also wanted to do a quick update on the ages. So Jessica is about to turn 35 soon. Tomorrow Jessica's about to turn 35. I don't know why she canceled. Yeah, that's why she canceled the gig, because I realized that she was about to turn 35 and she's like, oh, no. I know we need money, but we're not doing that. And so Jessica's about to turn 35. I think Elizabeth already turned 35. And Alex is like 3 or 4. I just want to keep you up with the ages because I know like I'm having like so much time pass between this episode. It's hard to keep up. So yeah, Jessica's going to continue to enjoy her Summerfest. I think she's going to make herself. She's going to bring out the grill. Yeah, you're not going to grill in there because that's dangerous. Do not do that, people at home. I mean, do it at your own risk, but actually I'm going to say don't do it because you don't want to burn your neighbor's house down. Even if you want to burn yours down, don't do it. It's officially the weekend, and Jessica actually happens to be on a date with Brent at this time when she gets a phone call that she is going to be on Dream Home Decorator. Like, I've never had this happen in the game, so I'm very excited, and I just make a whole holiday for it because first of all, I want to make sure I don't miss it because I'd be switching back and forth between households. And 2, I really want Jess to like enjoy this experience. This is a great opportunity to get her name out there, to get her business out there. So she's excited. She's pumped. We are going to try to have a little event. It might not be a Sim official event, but we're going to make it a thing. We're not going to just have her at home watching it by herself. Hopefully not. That means all failed. But yeah, we're going to try to make this a thing and make it really special. But also like within her budget. Jessica is not a famous celebrity. And I'm going to imagine renting a space and like, that costs money. Let's keep it realistic. So we're going to have to figure out how we can do that for Jessica, but I already have some ideas, so that should be in the next episode actually, so be excited for that. But I'm super proud of Jessica and all of her perseverance in this journey. I usually don't end on a screenshot, but I think this is an important screenshot. So first, let me get this out the way. Thank you all for watching. Please comment and subscribe if you want to see more from me, like if you want to see more from Sims creators like me. Share with your friends who are also into this sort of thing and just become my Sim friend, and let's talk about our Sims. So this picture is of Jessica and her newfound mentor in Del Sol Valley, which I think is very important because like I feel like Jessica doesn't have a lot of like femme companionship since the thing with Elizabeth and I think it's really nice that like an older woman, I would say that this woman is like maybe 45, 50, like a little bit older, not quite mom, but like more like big sister. She kind of gives me like a Diane Carroll in her 40s and 50s vibe, like that kind of sim. And she was famous. Jessica met her at some event at the like local karaoke bar, which I'm gonna try to take you to since I lost that footage again. And they've just really been close, and they haven't been close, like going over to each other's houses, but like this woman has been really supportive of Jessica and like helping and giving her like pointers and different things that she can do kind of to like just make a name for herself here in Del Sol Valley, as well as like sending her clients her way. So they don't always get to like hang out in person, but they did. And this was Jessica's mentor's idea for them to hang out. And so it's really nice that they got to do that and just have this moment together. So I just wanted to share like how Jessica's kind of balancing her life out. All right, bye some friends.